Okay, y'all, in Alabama, we are getting already some sweet corn. Let me show it to you. Here it is. I bought a dozen ears, and I am going to do cream style corn, and I saved y'all 2 ears out for you to watch me shuck it, and this is just how I do it. My daddy's the one that taught me to shuck corn. My mama was the cooker of corn, but he's the one that got out there under the carport and he shucked it. Let me get you down here where you can see. Of course, you want to do everything in your sink, y'all. It's the biggest bowl you've got, and you can't beat it, okay? Take those little silks like that and pull them off. And what I do, now it might be right or wrong, but this is how I do it. I run me some water like this, and I wash my corn as I do it and pull these silks out. Now, Daddy used a pocket knife, and he would get between every little rope, and it seemed like it took him all morning. Well, I am so impatient that I just can't do that. If you want to do that, that's fine and dandy. You just go right ahead. But anyway, you just shuck this corn. You could boil it, but now people have corn on the cob. But now here's something you need to know. Get your water boiling before you put your corn in it, because it will overcook. So get your water boiling, and then drop your corn in about 3 minutes, no more. I mean, heck, you can eat this stuff raw if you wanted to. But, so you can overcook it really, really fast, okay? Let me get the rest of them off, and I want to show you something else. All right, this is how you tell if the corn is good, okay? Well, wait a minute, I missed some. All right. If your ear is like this and they're nice and plump, and when you press your fingernail in it like that, if juice comes out, it means it's good. If it has dimples in those in the corn, if it has dimples in them, it means it's drying up, and it's too dry, and it probably won't be very good, and I'm sorry, but that's just the way that cookie crumbles. All right, let me get rid of this, and I'm going to shuck all the rest of it. I'll show you how I'm going to cut it up. And there's an art to cutting up corn, y'all. You don't just cut it any old way, all right? If you want good cream-style corn, you got to do it like that. All right. First of all, you've got to have a good sharp knife, which I do. And then you've got to have you a stainless steel pan that's very heavy, which I do. This used to have a handle on it, I think. Yep, there it is. But it broke off. It's that Salad Master, but the handle broke off. But anyway, I just use it like this. But so you put and the reason you don't want to use a black skillet to cut your corn is that the iron in the black skillet will turn your corn an ugly gray. So I always cook my corn in stainless steel, and this is how you do it, all right? You get the ear of corn and you hold it in your hand. You don't need to saw too bad. If you saw it, it means your knife is not sharp enough. You cut off, you use your thumb as your guide, you cut off just the tip. See how I'm just cutting off the tip of the corn? And your knife, look how it's gliding through. That's the sign of a good sharp knife. So you do this, you go all the way through it. I'm letting it fall into my skillet that I'm fixed to cook it in. So cut the tips off. When I was a little girl, we had my granddaddy had I call him Big Daddy. He had a corn crib. And I loved to climb up that ladder and get in that corn crib and play. Well, that night, I couldn't breathe. I mean, I had asthma so bad. All right, so throw that in, wipe it off, dump your hand in there again, and you got that clean cob. Now you're going to go one more time around it, and you're going to go thin around it. Don't cut way down in those little kernels. See how I'm just barely cutting off? Look. See that? Look how thin it is. See how you can almost, it's almost paper thin. You can almost see through it. Well, you can. And then rake it off with your thumb if you need to, like that. And I can do this really fast, but I'm going slow for y'all so you can see how to do it. But you can't pull yours through like this if you don't have a good sharp knife. All right, now then, here's the last part. You got the tip off. You got that next layer off. Now turn your knife this way, and you're going to scrape down like that. All right, now look at all that goodie coming out of there. Can y'all see that? See that? And let that fall in your pan. Like that. This is how you do cream style corn. You don't cut a big old kernel off of it. You cut the tip off, you cut one more little thin layer, and then go around that cob with your knife turned to, actually the blade's toward me, and I'm scraping it. You don't want to go the other way. All right, do that. Do that. You don't want to miss any of it. Throw your cob. Look at how clean that cob is. See there? I got all the goodie out of it. Wipe your knife off. And here is your first cob. I got all these others to go. I'll do one more. And then we'll call it quits for y'all's video. Because if I do too long, y'all won't finish watching me. And listen, when y'all are sharing me, tell those people that you're sharing with to go to Cooking with Brenda Gantt on Facebook and Instagram and follow. Press follow. And then my videos are going to pop up every time I do one. Some of you are missing a bunch of them. And I think the reason is that you're waiting on somebody else to share it with you and you don't follow it. And if you don't share me, then people won't know how to do all this stuff. All right, I'm going for my second layer. See how thin I'm doing? I don't want to get all that husk in there, see? And if you cut too low, you're going to get all that old rough husk in there. All right, I've gone around once. Now I'm ready to scrape. Like that. And what I'm going to do, after I get through, I'm going to put in about 2 or 3 tablespoons of plain flour. I'm going to put, that's to kind of give you a thickening in there. And I'm going to put in a little salt, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. You don't want to put much. And I'm going to put some bacon grease where I've been frying bacon. All right, that's another clean cob. See there? And this is how much I've gotten out of 2 ears of corn. A lot. And so, and there's my juice down there at the bottom. See the juice? Can you see that? And so I'm going to put some bacon grease, a little flour, and that, and a little bit of salt. And I probably won't need any water. I don't like to put water in it unless I have to. Now, if the corn is too dry, you may have to add just a little water, but I wouldn't add much. And I'll let you see this, but it's really no need in seeing it. All I'm going to do is cook it slow, and it doesn't have to cook long either. You can overcook it. Get it hot and bubbly. Let that flour get thick. If you don't have any bacon grease, you might use a little butter, but I prefer the bacon grease. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish all these 10 more ears of corn because I bought a dozen, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love you so much. Hey, share this. Y'all share stuff. Get to helping me. And listen, something else I want you to do. If somebody writes in a question and you know the answer, please answer them because I can't get to all of them. There's so many thousands of comments that I'll look and try to answer, but I need your help, okay? I need your help. We can help each other. You help me, I'll help you. Love you. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all. I've got my corn all cut off, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Look at the pile of corn I've got. There's a lot in it. But right now, I've got to make some quick tea. It's been 9 minutes, so I want to get my ice in my pitcher right here. We're going to make our y'all sweet tea. And I go right by the directions on the back, and it is right ready to eat. There's my 4 cups of ice with 1 cube to spare. And then what you do is I've already steeped this for 9 minutes in some hot water, not boiling water, but hot water. And you pour this over, you literally pour it over the ice, and a reaction happens, and it shocks the tea. We're gonna stir it around. Now this doesn't come with sugar in it. You got to put your own. Sounds good, doesn't it? I'm gonna mash that tea bag to make sure I get all the goodie out of it. I got a little bit more. Let me see right here. You only need 1 tea bag. It makes a whole gallon. We're gonna make sweet tea for today to go with our cream style corn. You talk about country, and then we're gonna add our water to it, and you just go right by the directions on the end of it, and we're gonna add my sugar. I'm gonna add my sugar in just a minute, but I go right by the directions on the back of this, and it turns out perfect every time. I did it for the 9 minutes over there, and then I added my ice, poured it over it, and now I'm going to add 8 cups of water and 2 cups of sugar. But I think today I'm going to do 1.5 cups of sugar instead of 2. But you just do it like you want to. But anyway, y'all order you some y'all sweet tea. I'll put you a link on it. Okay? I'll put you a link so you'll know how to order it. It's good tea. And y'all will be sweeter after you use it. All right, I'm going to be back on here in a minute and show you this corn, the rest of this corn. All right, y'all, we're ready to finish up our corn. Now, when I looked at it after I got it all done, I kind of judged the soupiness of it. And it seemed like it wasn't quite soupy enough for me to fry. So, anyway, I have measured off. I did 2 tablespoons, and this is self-rising white lily flour, and I am going to sprinkle that lightly around in here. Now this is going to make like a juice or a thickening to your corn, so I'll just put that in like that. Okay, then I am going to stir it around good, because the reason I spread it out is I don't want any lumps in it, and I don't put any water in it yet either. I hadn't got my stove on either. It's cold. I'm going to mix that flour around in there like that. Okay? Well, we got a lot of corn out of 12 ears, didn't we? This is a good buy. All right, now we're going to put in our bacon grease. And I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of it in there. And y'all, this makes it so good. Oh my gosh. Gives that good flavor to it. We'll put 3 of them in there. Okay. Stir that around good, and now I'm going to look at it. And I am going to add just a scoop of water, and I'm adding it because I just feel like I need a little extra in it. Now, you don't have to measure on this, and don't ever add too much at one time. So I'm just going to add just a little. That's all I'm going to add. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on about 6. Now, let me tell you, corn sticks very easily. So you cook it slow, and when it starts kind of boiling and everything, you make sure that you get you a faithful spatula and scrape that bottom. And I'm going to put just a scoop of salt, but I'm not going to put much of that. It calls for 1/4 teaspoon. And this corn has so much in it, the corn, that, anyway, I'm going to get about 1/4 teaspoon out here. That's about it, right there, just a little bit. Sprinkle it around in there. That's all you want. You don't want much. If you don't have any bacon grease, you put you some butter in it. If you want to boil it, you boil it. Okay, I'm going to let that cook and have that for lunch. Looks pretty, doesn't it? All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Good luck with your corn. I did want to show you that my tea is ready, and I'm going to pour me some while my corn cooks. see the color of it. See how dark it is? It's good and rich. And it's refreshing too. I mean, there's just nothing better than a good glass of ice cold, sweet, southern tea. Y'all, sweet tea. Here, have a sip. You can drink after me. I wanted you to see how this is boiling now, or frying, I guess you should say. See how it's just little tiny bubbles, and I've got it set on 3, really low, and see there, and see even with that, see how it's wanting to try to stick. Can you see that on the bottom, how it's wanting to try? That's why you've got to cook it slow, and you have got to scrape that bottom of that pan, and I'm fixing to turn it off. It's ready. And I want you to look at the consistency of it. I didn't add any more water, but I did add just a scoop. You saw that. So that flour, so that, you know, the flour could mix around in it real good. And the flour is what thickens it up, and it actually makes it taste good. So you're going to put that on your plate like this. See the consistency? That's with 12 ears of corn, and you scraping it good. And it'll be good, y'all, and you can cook this. It's really good with fried okra and butter beans or peas or just whatever you want to cook. It'll be delicious with it. Cook you some cornbread. Bye.